now come to the part of the meeting for the general evaluation, and it is a great meeting. But there's more to say. Okay. The one thing I really want to note, if you're TME, like doing something what Jonathan did tonight, which is pick a really, really great topic. This whole idea of walking in somebody else's shoes. It's a topic question that when people get the question, you have to think about it. And it actually kind of reveals some of your thoughts. It is a kind of deeper subject that you can really think about, dig into. It's very rich for table topics questions, and it's kind of rich even for the audience to think about, oh, how would I answer that? What would I like to do? So again, really nice job on that, and a very clear introduction at the beginning. Lester and Kiki, like most of us have done this kind of intro for timer and counter. When we do these little rules, doing like what they did, which is make it fun, actually put in some effort to frame it, to make it interesting, to not just check the box in explaining the role, but stopping and thinking, how can I make this interesting? How can I make this different? How can I shed a little bit more light? I thought that was a great job. And whenever you're doing these kinds of roles, whether it's table topic master or GE or TME, it's good to really think about and practice how to handle these kind of unscripted. We practice so much for our speeches, but it's worth spending a little effort on how do we do these nice transitions. But really well done. Speakers, fantastic. I won't talk about it a lot because the evaluators did, but really, really good. Everyone, amazing preparation, super high quality, both in the speeches and the evaluations. And I love the phrase, being a mixed nut. I'll try to embrace that more in my life. Table topics. Nice job, Kelly. Good. What Kelly did really well, and sometimes people don't do as well, is think about who am I going to pick. Now, you didn't have a lot of people you could pick, but she very intentionally said, okay, first person I'm picking, members of the club who have no role. Second one, okay, maybe Born to Shine members. Okay, third one, now I got to go to my counter and my timer. You know? And then, okay, I got to pick a guest. But what did she do? She said, let me pick a guest who's been a Toastmaster and is not going to like just traumatize somebody. So if you do have to go to the guest, picking either somebody who's been a Toastmaster, or if you have to pick somebody else, you talk to them at intermission and see, are you okay if I do this? You don't want to scare people off and traumatize them. One thing I'd push you on that you could do a little more is more clearly and organized introduce the session. It kind of went in like a stream of consciousness, but really kind of thinking through like Lester and Kiki, let me introduce this clearly. Why do we have the session? What does it do? And I would emphasize, Kelly, and everybody who does table topics, emphasize, I'm going to ask the question twice and not say it again. People can listen, but be clear about that. And then say it clearly twice, and then tough luck if you didn't listen. You know, I think it's a real thing. As long as you're laying that out clearly, I think that is a skill. The audience should be listening. And so being clear about those rules, emphasizing those 2 times, and sticking to it. Don't have mercy on them. Be like the counter. No mercy. Okay. Oh, I just right when I did that. I was on a roll. That's no problem. And so that's most of the evaluation. I would say you handled it great. It wasn't distracting. But if you ever have to deal something with work or your personal or anything, it's totally cool. Just get up, sneak out to the hallway. No problem. But you weren't distracting, but you could have been if you had a loud voice like me. So that's my evaluation. Thank you, Lester.